select a user ID and a password. We're totally separate from Hyatt Slice of Paradise. That's the Hawaii program. That's not us at all. That's Hyatt Corporation's program. Ours is Playa Resorts, is Agent Cash. Product. We feel like we have the best all-inclusive products. Our motto is location, location, location. Our owners feel that if there's a property and it has the best beaches, we want that property. We will buy that property if possible and convert it to a Hyatt or one of our other resorts. Leisure groups. Our leisure groups we base our groups on number of rooms versus people. I know a lot of companies base their groups on number of passengers. Ours are our own rooms. So during our slow season, which is right now, which you never know by 96% occupancy here, but this is considered slow season. If you book 5 rooms, the 6th room is free. You can also register all your rooms up to 25 rooms in Agent Cash. So you can make a lot of money. I had a client an agency down in Fresno. You know Fresno, don't you, Sheila?
Yes.
Do you know Lori from Travel Address? Lori McGrath? No, okay. She booked her own, she actually had her wedding here. And she booked all her clients in the wedding. She registered all of her rooms. She earned about $1,100 in Agent Cash, in addition to the commission that she earned by booking it, etc. So leisure groups, it's very lucrative for you. You could register, like I said, up to 25 rooms. If you had 30 rooms, you could register 25 for Agent Cash. However, all 30 will still get the complimentary in-room amenity. Because we know what a headache that would be if people are talking to one another and, well, I got an amenity, I didn't get an amenity, I was room number 26. So no, everyone will get the amenity. You will get paid Agent Cash on 25 rooms.
What kind of amenity is it?
It could be, depending, it could be a fruit bowl, it could be wine and cheese, it could be dessert. It just depends on the hotel. Each hotel is different. Weddings. We have a dedicated wedding department in each one of our resorts. So those of you who do weddings, we do a great job with weddings. Actually, our wedding department here is just around the corner.
I saw that, yeah.
So we have someone on staff that will help make your client's dream, their wedding dream, a reality. Who wants to earn extra money? This is what I was talking about, the Agent Cash program, how it works. You first of all have to go into agents.playaresorts.com, create a user ID and a password, set up all your pertinent information, the IATA number, the address where you want your check to go, etc., etc., etc. Again, once you make a booking, make it through your preferred tour operator, go back into Agent Cash, record the information that it asks for. It's very, very easy to record. It's a drop-down menu. It will ask you the resort, the time, the tour operator you used, etc. You fill in that information. If you did it correctly, it will give you a check mark and tell you how much you will earn. Yes, ma'am?
The question you said it, you tell it where you want the check sent, so it doesn't go to the agency or to the agent.
The agent. It's wherever, and I leave that up to the agency owners to determine where they want the checks for the Agent Cash to go to. That's totally out of our hand. It's whatever the owner wants.
All yours.
Their staff.
Oh.
Agents.
Less mail we get, the better.
So you guys put your home address in there and it'll go right to you. That makes sense.
Can you tell me what the website is? Because I got
It's agents.playaresorts.com.
agents.
Playaresorts.com. Yeah, it was in the emails I sent you to register for Agent Cash before when this was all going on. So it's agents.playaresorts.com. Very, very easy.
Right there.
Yeah, right in the very
Right up
first
there.
line.
Go to agents.
Some of them have.
They're supposed to. I just got so confused with the other Hyatt. I thought those were all the same
No,
thing.
we're not the same.
And I just didn't get
That's
it.
why we've got Playa Resorts instead of Hyatt.com. That's not us. And you can still make reservations through Hyatt.com with us, but not for agents.playaresorts.com. This kind of gives you a grid, and you can find all this too on the agent.playaresorts.website for the FAQs, etc. It will tell you exactly what you're going to be paid. So for instance, someone is staying here at the Hyatt Ziva in Puerto Vallarta. They've got number of nights, a minimum of 3 nights, so they've got, let's say, 7+ nights. They've got 2 guests. They're going to earn $50. They had another 3rd guest, they'll earn an additional 30. A 4th, they'll earn an additional 30. And if they've upgraded themselves to a suite, or you've upgraded themselves to a suite, That's another $50. So you'll earn $160 just in that booking. Very quick, very easy money. We really think that cash is king. I hear so many times from agents who sign up for programs where you get free nights, etc., that they never use them, or they rarely use them because they run out of time and they expire. Money doesn't expire. So, not yet. Money doesn't expire, so that's why we think that money for you is a better reward type program. Plus, it's not only rewarding you, it's rewarding your clients as well. Because they're under the belief you book them, it's another, look what I did for you, I sent you a complimentary and room amenity. So it's a win-win all the
I
way.
like that.
This gives you an overview of where we are located. I love this little feature, this laser pointer. We are in Los Cabos with a Hyatt Ziva. Let me backtrack a minute. For those of you who may not know the difference between a Hyatt Ziva and a Zilara, a Ziva is a multi-generational resort, which means we take not only adults but children as well. Zilara is strictly all adults. Adults for us are 18 and above. The easiest way to remember that is Zilara has 2 A's in it, so all adult. Or another way to remember it is Ziva has 4 letters, the word kids has 4 letters as well. So whatever works for you, it's 2 different ways to remember the difference between the 2. So we are in Los Cabos for the Hyatt Ziva, again multi-generational. We are in Puerto Vallarta, Hyatt Ziva, multi-generational. Over in Cancun, we have 2 resorts. We have a Hyatt Zilara, all adults, and we also have a Hyatt Ziva, multi-generational. Same thing in Montego Bay, Jamaica, a Hyatt Zilara and a Hyatt Ziva. Evolution of all-inclusive. We really think that we have evolutionized all-inclusive. Back in the day, when you would think about all-inclusives, you would think about mystery meat, what am I eating? Rock gut liquors, it's just party central, we're gonna drink till we're dead, we're gonna do the conga line around the pool, we're gonna jump from room to room. It really had a bad reputation, all-inclusives. We've kind of come in as Playa Resorts and really evolutionized that. We've kind of seen it coming in the industry that people are going a little more upscale with the all-inclusive market. Service from the heart, hopefully you've been greeted. Service from the heart, hand over your heart, that's our trademark. We employ so many different people from all over the world, and everyone speaks the same language. Yesterday I was in my room, my first room, and my air conditioner wasn't working. I was trying to talk to the guy. Of course, I'm like, he's like, no, I'm doing English, and I'm just like, oh. But they all speak service from the heart. So every time you're greeted, your hand over your heart, service from the heart. That's really, really important to us.
Notice that?
Evolution of dining. You've already got to experience our
Yeah.
food.
Doing the plate.
It's not the mystery meat. It's not what is on this plate and I'm afraid to eat it. There's so many different varieties. Some of our resorts have as many as 12 different dining options. You have French, you have Italian, you have Spanish, you have obviously Mexican, you have our buffets. So there's a whole host of different dining options. You do not have to make reservations at any of our restaurants. You can eat as many times as you want. Theoretically, you could do a dine around. So if you wanted to do an appetizer at one, go to one restaurant, do an appetizer, move to the next one to do your entree, and another one to do your dessert. It's entirely up to you what you wish.
I always like to interject here because I so appreciate there's no reservations. I think your clients do too, especially moved back into the Mexico marketplace, and when I left Mexico, it was very much as Jeannie said, there was a lot of quantity, not necessarily quality, when it went to an all-inclusive. And so many of the all-inclusives, even now, play this game with you can only dine at this restaurant 2 times during a 7-night stay, or you can only get your reservation the day prior if you start at 7 a.m. Once it fills up, you're out of luck. How frustrating would that be?
It's very frustrating.
All-inclusive, and then you can't get in and dine where you want to dine. So I just appreciate taking the games out of the dining. You just, you show up and the table's available. They see you just like you would when you go to a restaurant. Okay, I'll cut down.
worries, anytime. And that's a very good point. When I first started, I was visiting our different resorts, and I did some competitive shopping. When I was in Montego Bay, and I went over to a competitor that I won't name, but they're owned by a Spanish company, and I went over there, and they showed me around. I was asking about their dining, and they're like, oh yeah, we have it. If they stay 7 nights, they could choose 4 restaurants. If they choose 3 nights, they could choose 1. And I was, by the time I left, I was like, I'm really confused. I don't know if I can even eat here or not, you know? So if you're here for 1 night, I guess you don't get to eat the whole time. But so it does make it a lot easier for you to go in and eat at your leisure. I mean, it's really, and like I said, you've got to experience some of the food.
When it's crowded, is there a line to get into any of the restaurants when the resort's full?
Well, we're 96% occupancy. You saw last night.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not to say that it won't happen, but generally what they will do, if it's during a really like 100% occupancy, they will usually give you a beeper. And most of the time we have lounges right outside all of the restaurants. 24/7 specialty room service. I think it's on a timer. I don't think you can turn it down.
Oh, it's cold.
I tried turning it so it's not so cold. We can open the, Sam, if you want to open the door, that'll get some of the,
Or just turn the fan down.
yeah, I tried to do that. I think it's on a timer. 24/7 specialty room service. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can order room service. I travel so much. If you saw my travel calendar, you would wonder if I'm still married and have children. Sometimes I wonder. When I get to a hotel, sometimes it's late at night. There's usually 5 options. I can get a Caesar salad, a slice of pizza, hamburger, soup. Very limited choices for me when I travel all the time and get into my hotel late at night. If you want a steak at 3 in the morning, order a steak. We have a wide variety of dining options for you 24/7. So if you want breakfast, get breakfast. If you want lunch, get lunch. If you want dinner, get dinner. So it's just not a few items. And again, this is all inclusive. This is all included. Signature cocktails. We usually have cocktails of the day. It's all top shelf liquor. It's not watered down. Wine, spirits, etc. all available. Rum and tequila sommeliers. If you're in Jamaica, you're going to have a rum sommelier that can give you a history of rum. In Mexico, we have our tequila sommeliers that will enlighten you on the various tequilas that are offered. And there are a wide variety of tequilas. And unfortunately, the more expensive tequilas give you the less of a hangover. There's a fabulous tequila liqueur. It's in a rose-colored bottle. It's very similar to like a Bailey's.
Like a what?
Like a Bailey's.
Oh.
It's very, very good, but be careful because it can bite you. The evolution of relaxation. All of our resorts have spas. You will see the spa today on our site inspection. If you get a chance, please experience it. This is one of the supplemental charges. So spas are not included, the treatments, but we have a wide variety of choices for your clients, from manis pedis to facials to hot and cold stone massages. For brides, we have separate areas for the bridal party to get ready if they wish, do their mani pedis, their hair, etc.
Can they use spa facilities if they don't do a treatment?
No, there is a charge for that. If they use the spa facilities for one time, they can have access to the spa the entire time.
Oh, okay.
That day.
No, the whole entire time. The evolution of accommodations. Our accommodations are pretty much all suites, if you will. They're lovely. Each resort has its own theme, its own culture. It's not cookie cutter. For instance, here in Puerto Vallarta, they're infamous for their tooling, their leather work. You'll kind of see that throughout the resort. In Los Cabos, it's more of a southwestern type flavor. You'll see that in the culture and in the designs. So they're all different. So you don't feel like you're at the same resort every place you go. This is our Hyatt Zilara. This is located in Cancun in the hotel zone. One of 72 other hotels that are in that hotel zone. We're on a beautiful white beach, beautiful turquoise waters. This is one of our more smaller resorts. It is all adult. 307 rooms. They all face the ocean. The pool area in the foreground, in the background area is Pelicanos. Great place for dinner or lunch. They specialize in steak and seafood. This is pretty much a standard room. This is an ocean view king suite. You can see it has a jacuzzi tub. Again, they all face the ocean. Since this is Alara, most of the bedding configurations are king beds. We do have doubles, but it is primarily geared for adults. One thing about this resort as well is offers what we call a magic box. Does anyone know what a magic box is?
The breakfast.
A magic box package is for privacy when you order room service. You order room service, the room service attendant arrives, puts the tray in the magic box, turns the light on from his side, you see the light on, and you know your room service order is ready for you to pick up. Makes it very, very nice and private. This is a shot of our swim-up suites. Our swim-up suites are some of our most popular room categories. In this resort, they go directly to the pool. That's not the case of all of the resorts. As I mentioned, they all are oceanfront with all ocean views. I mentioned the magic box. We have flat screen TVs. One of our 7 dining restaurants here in the Hyatt Zilara. This is our Spice. This is the international buffet, which changes daily. A lot of people go to resorts and that's the only place they want to eat is the buffet, and we understand that. So we will change it out every day. One day it may be an Italian theme, the next day it may be a Greek theme, the next day maybe a Mexican theme. So we do that to accommodate those who just want to eat at the buffet. Asiana is our Asian restaurant. It has 3 restaurants basically in one. It has a sushi bar, the conventional, and the tapiani. Outdoor spa treatments. Beach cabanas. Beach cabanas are free of charge. The same thing with the pool cabanas. They are first come, first served. There's a handful that are reserved, and those are for your guests and your clients who have booked into the upper categories, your 1-2 bedroom suites and presidentials. They are first come, first served, like I said, and yes, people do get there early in the morning and will put their towels down, and sometimes, unfortunately, they don't come back till 2 in the afternoon, but there's really nothing we can do about that unless we charge. We don't want to charge, but you can see we do have a lot of them. Nightly entertainment. The entertainment is more of a Cirque du Soleil entertainment. It is all adult complex, so it is more of your upscale all adult entertainment. We just opened a new Sky Gym. I've yet to see it. I don't really go to the gym when I'm at these resorts, but I'm told it's very, very nice. It has a juice bar, it has a lap pool in the front. Just seems like whenever I'm doing a site inspection, I'd be like called away, oh darn, from looking at the gym, because then I'll just feel guilty. So it has all of the latest equipment for those fitness nuts clients that you have that want to work out. This is what I understand is one of the better gyms. Moving on to Cancun. This is just down the street to the Ziva Cancun, moving on just down the street from the Zilara. It's about maybe a 30-minute walk, 15-minute taxi ride if you wish. If your clients are staying at Zilara, they do have reciprocal privileges at Ziva. Conversely, not the same thing at Ziva. They can't go to Zilara because of the difference. You can tell there's 3 different buildings here. This was the original building. This used to be the Dreams. It's right there on the point at the end of Cancun, right at the end of the 7. The pyramid building is the original building. We were going to tear that down when we bought the property and converted it. The Mexican government asked us not to do that because it was designed by a famous Mexican architect. So we left the shell and we demolished the inside. So if you have ever clients, and I've had this happen to me a couple times, which I was quite surprised, when an agent will call me and said, oh, they stayed there when it was the Dreams and they want room 735. They went, room 735 is not going to be 735 anymore in our world. So try to pinpoint where they are. We can put it on request. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but we'll try. We have the, excuse me, we have the Hyatt Ziva. We have the, we have the Club Tower. We also have, there we go. We have a Club Tower. We also have a Turquoise Tower, which is a strictly all-adult tower. Even though this is a Ziva, We have an all-adult tower called the Turquoise Tower. It is a resort within a resort. There's more amenities for your clients in the Turquoise Tower. They have butler service, so the butler will greet them, the butler will check them in, the butler will make any reservations in town that they wish, put their towels out for them. They're on call 24/7, basically. Check them out when it's time to go. They also have free transfers if they stay 4 nights or more in the Turquoise Tower. There's a private pool just for those guests in the Turquoise Tower. That pool is right here, right above the lobby. It's an infinity pool, and as well as a bar right next to here. Then we have the club tower. All of our resorts have a club tower. We also offer, if your clients are in the club wing, the Hyatt club that guests are accustomed to. I kind of always laugh when people are asking about the club because we're all inclusive, so everybody basically gets drinks and appetizers. But some people like to feel special and they want that. I belong to the Hyatt Regency Club, so I get that. So yes, we do have that. You will go there and nobody will be in there. It's always empty, but we do have it. Some people have to have all that, because it's all about me. I'm so important. The infinity pool that I mentioned, just the beautiful waters of the Caribbean, you can't beat it. This would be the private check-in for the Turquoise Tower. Yes, Miss Sheila?
Question, and I'll have to ask this of me. If they are Hyatt Gold Passport.
I'll get to that.
Okay, all right, okay, sorry.
No worries. This is the check-in for the Turquoise Tower and the Club Tower. So there's a separate check-in from those in the other rooms. Again, another shot of the infinity pool. And it basically, you hardly see anybody in the pools, even when we're running high occupancy. A lot of people like to hang out by the beach. At the Hyatt Ziva in Cancun, we have our Sky Swim-Up Suites. These are on the 3rd floor. One caveat about the swim-up suites is your guest must be at least 13. Do not rent to anyone under 13 in a swim-up suite. That's for practical purposes. Unfortunately, when we first launched our swim-up suites, our president was at one of our resorts and he noticed a toddler coming out and no one was watching the toddler. And the toddler was very close to going into that swim-up suite. So he, right then and there, made it a mandate that you have to be at least 13, because you can see how easy it would be to get out there. The Pyramid Ocean Club view, you can see the rooms are very warm, they're very soothing. And again, it's different than what your room looks like here at the Puerto Vallarta. Swim Up King, this is the flip side of the Swim Up Suite, what it looks like. The flip side of that. We have 9 different restaurants at this resort. This is our coffee shop. You can get a smoothie, you can get an espresso, a pastry. Pastilles, this is our candy store. Again, all of this is included. This, if you can see it, it's kind of hard, but right here are 3 different chocolate fountains, a white, a dark, and a milk. They have the marshmallows and the fruit that you can just dip and eat. They have macaroons, they offer cupcakes, they offer gelato. No matter where you stay in this resort, you have to pass by this on the way to your room. And it's deadly, because I'll be walking by and I'm like, oh, I might want a macaroon later on. So go in and bring macaroons back. We also spin fresh cotton candy, 3 different flavors of cotton candy. They will spin right there in front of you. A little hint, don't take the cotton candy out of the restaurant because it will melt with the humidity. I found that out the wrong way. Here's another viewing of what it looks like. This place is always packed. I mean, obviously this is a Photoshop, so there's no one in there.
What's the name of that again?
Pastilles. Habaneros, a cute little Mexican restaurant right there on the beach. There's also swing sets, you can sit in there. Have ceviche, tacos, fresh margaritas. You don't have to get up and go inside from the pool area or the beach. Chevy's is our 1950s diner. We've actually taken a 57 Chevy, cut it out so 4 people can have lunch. It's a malt shop. You really feel that, some of you may not even know who these people are, that Fonzie and the Happy Days gang will be Bebopping in one time, and the Pink Ladies, and but for malts and burgers and shakes. Fun restaurant. Again, all inclusive. Pastelli's, this is our adult-only restaurant. Even though the Hyatt Ziva is a multi-generational, you have to be 18 and over to eat here at the French restaurant. Lorenzo's is Italian, so they have fresh antipasta, they have oscobuco, they make fresh pizzas and various pasta dishes. The Moon Gate is Asian, just what you think it would be. Tracer Becky's, this is our microbrewery. We're the only hotel here in Mexico that has a microbrewery on property. We brew three different beers right now. We're in the process of increasing that to 7. So it's a sports bar with all the accoutrements that you would think, the nachos and the wings, the little burgers, etc. Yes, sir?
All the Hyatt Zivas have this?
No, just the Cancun.
Thank you.
Yeah, just Cancun.
That sounds like a great place. Need a beer group too.
Want a margarita? This is where you can do your tequila tastings. This is where I'll be next week, actually. Not right here at one margaritas, but I might.
Maybe.
Kids Club. All of our Hyatt Ziva properties offer Kids Clubs. They are free of charge. It's for ages 3 to 4, depending on if they're potty trained, up to 12 years old. All of the attendants are first aid and CPR certified. It's very interactive. They just don't plop them down in front of a TV or a video. They'll do scavenger hunts around the pool. They'll do face painting, making piñatas. So it take them to lunch. So it's very interactive for the kids. Shot of one of our weddings that we do at the Hyatt Ziva Cancun. Moving over to Los Cabos. Our Los Cabos location is about 10-15 minutes away from the airport. It's in San Jose del Cabo, so it's in more of a quiet area. It's not down by Cabo San Lucas where you're going to have the Cabo Wabo and the Squid Rose and all of the rowdy people, if you will. If your clients do wish to go down to Cabo San Lucas, they can take a taxi, or the bus picks up right in front of the hotel to take them down there.
That's the city bus.
Yeah, city bus. Yeah. This is one of our more larger resorts, 591 rooms. This gives you an aerial view of the property. We have the infinity pool here. We have fire pits on the beach. We have the main pool. Behind this tower is an adult pool that's only for adults. Behind this wing is our kids area with our kids club and our kids pool. It's not a swimmable beach. I have seen people swim in it. They always have the red flags out. I had my daughter and her friend there over the summer, and they did go swimming, but they're 18. You can't tell 18-year-olds anything. But you can't put your feet in. That's why we have so many pools. If you wish to go to a swimmable beach in Cabo, remember that is a public beach, and that's where all the locals will be swimming as well. So it will get crowded. This is an oceanfront, 2-bedroom, master suite. You can see the balcony wraps around. Beautiful views. I put a 91 suites. This is a standard room. This is what all the rooms look like. And again, you can tell the decor is different than here at Puerto Vallarta and also in Cancun. This is Dozo. Again, 3 different Asian restaurants in one. This is one of our most popular restaurants here at this resort. The Tapiani, the Asian, and the conventional. El Portillo is Spanish, so you're going to have your tapas, your paella. El Molino is one of 2 buffets that we do have at this resort. They're right across from each other during the busy season, and during breakfast on the weekends they will open it up. Back here they connect, so you can go to both different restaurants. One thing about us with our buffets is we will have more than one omelet station, more than one waffle station, because we know those get very busy. So you'll find 2 or 3 of those in each of the restaurants. Again, we offer a spa. We also have the palapas outside if you wish to do any outside treatments. And we're in Puerto Vallarta. You guys are going to experience that, so I'm going to run through this. 335 guest rooms. They all face the ocean. One thing I do want to highlight, this is the main building. This is where we're located. This is the club building right here. If you have clients that request a balcony, because our rooms have the Romeo and the Juliet balconies, which makes the rooms larger. If your clients request a balcony, make sure you put them in the club tower. It will say that in all the tour operators' room descriptions too. It will say balcony.
The one on the end has got.
Yeah, that's the suites. Yeah, the suites in this do have a balcony, but most of them, as you can see, are the Romeo and Juliet balconies. Which I personally like. I like having a larger room. I can open my door, I can open my window, pull my chair up if I
Oh,
want
I
to sit
love
there
it up there.
and look out. The plunge pool king suites, these are on some of the top floors where they're 2 stories. On the flip side, you'll see the plunge pool, private plunge pool. We have 8 of these.
That's a big plunge
That's
pool.
here.
Yes,
Why
that's,
didn't I get that?
you have a free room. This is Blaze. This is where we'll be dining tomorrow night. This is right there at the end of the pier. You'll probably pass by it today on the site inspection. Infamous for seafood and steaks. It's in a great location to watch the sunset. Casa Grande, we were going to eat here tonight, but they are closed for tonight, so we're moving over to our Asian restaurant. This is Mexican fare. Ate here last night, Italian. Pool area, one of 5 different pools we have. Hydrotherapy spa. Once again, once you do a spa treatment, you have access to the hydrotherapy pool. It's a great place to watch the sunset as well. Spa. Kids club. Again, this is a Ziva, so we do have a kids club. We're doing some renovations here. We are renovating the club building. Hopefully, we'll be able to see one. I'm not sure if they're all sold out right now. This will kind of give you some pictures of what the new renovations, the new rooms are going to look like. So this is a standard suite. This is what our standard rooms will look like. This is a 1-bedroom suite. New presidential suite. They're trying to pull in the bougainvillea colors that you see around. So moving over to Jamaica. Our Jamaica Rose Hall is 387 rooms. It used to be, excuse me, in its previous life, the Ritz-Carlton. We're in the process of high-tizing it, taking away the pineapple bedposts, the pineapple lamps that Ritz-Carlton is infamous for, the rose-colored paneling. So it just gives you an overview of what the property looks like. We do a tremendous amount of weddings right here in this gazebo. Perfect place for that, because you can have a large party sitting here. Wedding party here. This is the Hyatt Ziva. Right next to it, to the right, is our Zalara. So they are connected in a horseshoe configuration. Guests of the Zalara can go over to the Ziva, and any guests of the Ziva in the evening, if they're 18 and above, can go over to Zalara to dine. They can't take their children with them. Ocean View Junior Double. This is one of our standard suites. One of our 7 different restaurants will be our Asian. Our Barefoot Jerks is a great place to get any of your jerk, your chicken, your pork, your seafood, your vegetables. It's right by the pool. We just expanded this and enlarged this and added more tables because it's such a popular place. A lot of people will get their jerk chicken and then take it over to the buffet, which is right next door, and get their salads and their vegetables to go with it. When I was here in the summer, I took my daughter. I take her a lot of places too. Took my daughter and my niece and my sister, and we probably had lunch here every day because it's just fall off the bone wonderful. Great place for if you're doing any weddings, receptions. You can see the sunset. This is the rooftop bar. It opens at 6 o'clock. They have music. They have cocktails. Food carts. We have food carts at all of our local resorts that meander around. They'll offer a variety of hot dogs or popsicles or fresh fruit. Or the last time I was here in Puerto Vallarta, they had a huge paella pan, and they were offering paella for everyone. So it's just another way.
Is this everywhere or just Jamaica?
No, everywhere.
That's cute.
One of the main pools. Teens Club. This is our buffet restaurant. We just covered the terrace. It's being in the Caribbean. You sometimes get the rain. Blue Grill Eclipso. This is Jamaican fare. Moving over to Zalara at Rose Hall. Zalara is all adult, as I mentioned. It is the smallest resort, 234 suites. beach area. Swim Up Junior King. This is on the flip side of the Swim Up Suite. The other side of the Swim Up Suite. This connects directly to the pool as well. Our Brazilian Steakhouse. Petit Paris. This is just for adults. It's French. Horizons, breakfast, lunch, and dinner right there on the beach. Potions is your bar. Oceanfront Spa. Just redesigned the lobby. Urban Heat. This is kind of an eclectic restaurant. It's only open for dinner. The menu is all geared towards around the world fare. For instance, your menu will say Cioppino from San Francisco. It will say fish and chips from Liverpool. So it's just a variety of different menu choices. And it's kind of at the whim of what the chef finds in the market. At nighttime, it opens up to a disco for dancing till 1 in the morning. We have some new projects going on here. We just opened a coffee shop at Zilara. We do not have a coffee shop, so guests at Zilara, unfortunately, have to go all the way over to Ziva to get coffee if they didn't get it from room service or the little coffee stands around. We renovated the hallways, the rooms, and I've got some drawings of what it looks like. This is a new coffee shop. How we renovated Rose Hall. We added a pizza restaurant, pizza making. This is what the hallways look like. This used to be the Ritz-Carlton. And the Ritz-Carlton, for those of you familiar with Ritz-Carlton, is really the rose colors. We changed the color palette. It's more the blues. Changed the rooms. We took out the pineapple bedposts, the pineapple lamps. We did keep the white marble bathrooms that Ritz-Carlton was famous for because you don't want to destroy those. We just updated them a bit. Guest room. All of them should be completed by the end of the year. We're doing it floor by floor because we don't want to disrupt guests that are there. So this is what the new bathroom looks like, but we did keep the marble.
That's good use. That's a good transition.
They did a good job. Beach cabanas. Change the coloring around from the rose color, the ballroom. This is done. Those are our Hyatt Ziva and Zilaras. Questions on those?
Now, just, it seems like, how are the teen programs? Because it seems like there's a lot that are for younger children, 12 and over.
They mainly are because the teens want to be off on their own. So that's kind of a difficult market, if you will. The teen rooms will have your video games. Yeah, me too. They have the video games and they have the foosball and all the different, that type of thing. Most of the time you'll find teens hanging out by the pool. That's where you'll find them.
Or beach volleyball, or,
Yeah.
okay.
Remind me, in Cancun, the Ziva and the Zilara, how far apart are those?
Walking about 30 minutes,
Walk.
cab about 10 to 15.
You don't have shuttle going back
No.
and forth.
And is there exchange privileges?
Only if you're staying at Zilara, you can go to Ziva.
And then the other thing is, I get so many honeymooners or families that seem to want to go to Riviera Maya. But when I look at the program and everything, it sounds like it'd be great for families, especially that ice cream candy store.
The Ziva's perfect for families.
Yeah.
It's it is our showstopper It is our showstopper resort. I'm actually going to be there next week for 2 nights, 3 days. It's always crowded. It always runs 98% occupancy. It's very difficult to get fans there because we're just running so high occupancy. It is one of our most popular resorts that we do have.
Yeah, I can see.
I'll have to reconsider that then.
It's a beautiful resort.
Is it by Club Med? Is there a Club Med?
Not really.
That's at the very end.
It's at the end of the point. It's next to the Cristal. You can see the Rio across the way, across the bay, if you will. You can't compare it to Club Med at all.
Oh, no.
We're totally different.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Moving over to Playa del Carmen. Playa del Carmen, this is our Royal. This is
Okay.
the 3 other resorts that we own. The Royal is one of them. The Royal is in Playa del Carmen, steps from 5th Avenue. It's in a fabulous location. It's at the end of the walkway, right on the ocean. If your clients wish to take the ferry over Cozumel, it's right there.
This is great.
513 rooms. It's more of a Mediterranean type feel. All of the rooms have hammocks. So if you wish to lay in a hammock, I've never been brave enough to get in one because I'm afraid I won't get out of one. So I just say, oh, we have hammocks. But it is a beautiful, beautiful resort. We have a lot of people that go back here. I have agents who have clients that have gone back there 10, 15 times. They just love it so much.
Yeah.
Gives you an aerial view of the property, what it looks like from aerial view. Right across the way is another resort that I'll talk about in a moment, which also belongs to us, which is the Grand Porto. Right now we're concentrating on the Royal. This is another of our standard rooms with the exception of the living room. So just think of the living room not being there. This would be a suite, and this is what the room would look like. Bananas. Maria, one of our, and it doesn't sound like it'd be a good mix, but it really is. Every time I'm here, I make sure I eat here. This is a fusion between French and Mexican. They do a very, very good job. We call it Mexicano. It's right there on the beach. It is what you think Mexican. Spice is our buffet. Swim up suites here at the excuse me, at the Royal. These do not connect to the main pool. This is a quiet area. All of our resorts will offer a quiet area. You'll notice that today at this property, there's a quiet pool right over by where our rooms are located. There's a restaurant here, so if someone wants to come over and read and not be around where all the activities are going, we do offer that option for your clients. Our spa. We're renovating our suites. We renovated our Chef's Plate restaurant, and we renovated the gym. This is what our new suites are going to look like. Chef's Plate restaurant. The Chef's Plate restaurant right now is only offered for your clients in the upper category rooms because it's pairings. It's very limited. It's a smaller restaurant, so right now it's just for guests who are staying in a higher category. And they do have to make a reservation here for that. Grand Porto. Grand Porto is directly across the street, as I showed you in that aerial shot from the Royal. Grand Porto is a family-friendly, it's multi-generational, 287 rooms. The Grands are positioned at a price point for clients who may not have a budget for a Hyatt or a Royal. We're in the process of renovating these, and I will show you what it's going to look like. Pool area. We're right there on the beach. All of our properties are in fabulous locations. Grandmaster one-bedroom suite. Restaurants, 8 different restaurants. Spadas. This will be a Brazilian steakhouse. This is a fabulous Italian seafood restaurant. Tradewinds Beach Bar. I have to laugh when I sit there and see these. I have visions of people sitting on here drinking margarita after margarita, and then boom, right in the sand.
At least there's sand underneath them.
Yeah.
The Kids Club.
Swimming bars, I was swimming.
The Grand Caribe in Cancun. Before I move on to the Grand Caribe in Cancun, the Grand Porto, if you have clients that are having a wedding at the Royal and they have children, remember the Royal is all adults, if they have children in the wedding or children that are attending the wedding, the best place to put them is at the Grand Porto. They can walk over to the wedding, they can be in the wedding, they can participate in all the wedding functions, they cannot swim, they cannot eat, the exception of where the reception and all are being held. Once the wedding is over, they can go back to their hotel at the Grand Porto. We do not charge for that, for them to go over there. Same thing with the Grand Caribe. The Grand Caribe is located right next door to the Zilara in Cancun, so if you had a wedding at Zilara, same concept. Put them at the Grand Caribe, but the names are going to change soon. Again, it's very similar to what the Porto looks like. These are perfect resorts for clients, your clients who have 5. If you have 2 adults and 3 kids up to 12, We will accommodate there in our family suites. We have a king bed that you can't see here, it'd be like where I'm standing. A double bed, and then underneath you can see the trundle bed. So you don't have to worry about rollaways or cots or dodging in and out. It makes it for a very comfortable setting. It's also right by the kids clubs. You can sit out on the balcony and watch your kids, or you can stay in your room, close the curtains, and not see them at all. It's entirely up to you. So it is right there. Beach area, restaurant, buffet, Sunset Grill, one of our restaurants, the main pool. And over here you can see the kids' water park, which is in a pirate theme. Fun place. Kids love this. I've seen adults in here too. Okay, I mentioned that we're getting ready to renovate the Grands. Not many people have seen this, what our renovations are going to be. We're just starting the renovations now, so this is a preview to you guys what this is going to look like. We have teamed up with a company called Panama Jack. Panama Jack, for those of you who may not know, are headquartered in South Florida. They're a sunscreen, sportswear, sunglasses company. So we really think what they offer is the best of the best what we can do for our grand properties. So this will show you some of our inspirations, some of the things we're striving to. Panama Jack, if you have to put a description of Panama Jack, I equate it to Panama to Tommy Bahama meets Indiana Jones. Is what it really is. So I'll give you some concepts, some renderings, what it's going to look like. This is the entrance for the spa right now. Once we're done, this is what it's going to look like.
Cue music, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Existing lobby. You can see the top and the bottom. Lobby kind of dull in my opinion. What the new one's going to look like.
So it's under construction right now?
It's a soft renovation. They're not tearing anything down. It's basically changing out furnishings, some painting. So, existing reception, what it looks like when you check in. This is what the new one's going to be like. So, Panama Jack is an adventurer. He's a traveler.
When is this expected to be?
I have a timeline here. Existing lobby bar. This is what the lobby bar looks like right now. This is what the new lobby bar is going to look like. Totally, totally different. Existing restaurant terrace. Proposed. Existing restaurant, food and beverage station. New one. Existing poolside open air restaurant. The new one. So it's more of a beachy, adventurous type theme. Taqueria. New taqueria. This is what you look like when you arrive at the Grand Porto. This is what the new one's going to look like. That's what the lobby's going to look like. So it has like a living wall. We're going to replace this. We're going to replace this glass with living wall. Existing pool bar, the new pool bar. So you can kind of see the Tommy Bahama, Indiana Jones, how I equate it. Existing restaurant, new restaurant. Whole different feel. And a lot of it, like I said, is just touch-ups, it's furnishings, it's a little paint. Existing rooms, new room. I will say though that we will not have bearskin rugs on any of our beds. That will not be happening. We're not in Alaska, and can you only imagine the sand that would get in all that? So this is the transition time that you were asking me about. We're in the architecture, we just finished the architectural design phase. We're just starting the upgrades right now, and we're hoping to launch it in October. One thing about this company with Playa, they put their minds on something, they do it. So what's new? It's multi-million-dollar upgrades. We're really, really happy that we teamed up with Panama Jack. And yes, you will find Panama Jack products, I'm sure, in the rooms. Weddings. As I mentioned before, we have a wedding department on each of our properties to create the wedding of your dreams. Big day preview. This is especially helpful for your clients who think they want to go somewhere, but they're not quite sure where they want to have their destination wedding. What we will allow them to do is to make an appointment, make a reservation for $500 for 2 nights, 3 days. They can come down to the resort, stay at the resort, do some some food tastings, visit the rooms, see the venues. If they decide afterwards that they do want their wedding at our property, we will credit that $500 back to them as long as their wedding is at least $2,500. Weddings are very, very reasonable at our properties. I had a client who does weddings. She lives up in Sonoma, and she was with me in Cabo on my last Cabo fam, and that's all she does is weddings. And when she found out the price of our wedding, she was astounded because she's used to doing weddings in Napa and Sonoma. I mean, some of the price of our wedding, she says, "Gee, this is what my brides pay for a bouquet." So it's crazy. She said one wedding she did was like $500,000. Crazy. So we do offer the big day preview. It is based on availability.
We book that directly with you guys then, I guess?
With the wedding department, yes.
The wedding department. And then they won't take room reservations from the couple if they go down
No.
there.
Oh,
Just
no.
only the wedding.
It's just the wedding. No, we won't ever do that.
Can you book that for a wholesaler?
I don't think you can book the big day preview through a wholesaler. I'm not positive on that, but I don't think so because it's a separate, separate offering.
Full refunding later.
Usually it's the bride going directly to through the wedding
No, you can book it.
department.
No, you book it. You can book it. You book it yourself. And yeah, the whole thing will come into play with the refunding. You can book weddings. You do book your weddings and such through your wholesaler, your groups with your wholesaler, etc. This kind of gives you some ideas of how we set up weddings. This was at Solara in Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, so we have our weddings. Los Cabos, and again, your bride can pick out her various colors. On our website, you will find a wedding optimizer where you can go in and look at dates that are available, times that are available. Your clients can choose their colors, they can choose their linens, their bouquets, their food, their cakes. Once you become a wedding specialist, that's all commissionable to you at 10% in addition to what you're going to make with the rooms that you book. To become a wedding specialist, you simply download our form. There's a form on there. Read it, sign it, and then you send it back to the email number, the email address that's listed there. Then you're a wedding specialist. As I mentioned, our leisure groups, all based on number of rooms. Hyatt Gold Passport. Hyatt just changed, and this is what you were asking me. We just changed the name of Gold Passport to World of Hyatt. I haven't gotten a new flyer yet for it. So they have changed it. I worked for a wholesaler before. One of the questions I used to get asked was, well, my clients are members of Marriott, or my clients are members of Hilton. If I book for you, will they get their points? And unfortunately, I would have to say no. We are one of the only hoteliers that if you book your clients through your preferred tour operator, such as All About, they will get 1,000 points a night, which is unheard of because a lot of times third-party bookings, hoteliers do not offer that luxury and that amenity, if you will. They will put it in the record. I always advise you to advise your clients to also tell them when they arrive, I'm a World of Hyatt member, this is my card, and they will put the 1,000 points in it a night.
Is that what they normally get anyways, or?
Not if you book through a wholesaler.
So if they book direct, then they will get 1,000 points. If they book the wholesaler, they get 1,000 points. Okay.
I started with Agent Cash. I'm ending with Agent Cash. It's really, really important that you guys sign up for Agent Cash, record your bookings. This is how I'm evaluated that I'm out there doing my job by the number of registered room nights. I think most of you know I have a daughter starting college at University of Alabama, Roll Tide, in the fall, well actually the spring, which is very hefty tuition for out of state, so I need my job. Agent Cash, you get a recap of what you're going to get paid. So it is very lucrative for you to book Agent Cash. Again, all of this can be found on our website, so if you forget, this matrix is on the website as well. Key takeaways as we're concluding. Hyatt is a key premier brand. Everyone knows Hyatt, everyone has expectations when you stay at Hyatt that it's a luxury resort, which we are. We're changing our resorts, we have great concepts, they're not cookie cutters. If you're staying at one, you won't know it. If you go to a different one, you'll think you're at a different one, but you are. Service from the heart, food and beverage, free Wi-Fi in all of the rooms, as well as the common areas, Agent Cash for you, business development managers such as myself to help you with anything you may need, which unfortunately in our industry, a lot of companies are doing away with business development managers. They want you to go either directly to your 800 number or whatever, but we are still around. We have dedicated wedding coordinators, we have a dedicated group department, and these are some of the awards that we've gotten. We've only been around about 2.5 years with our Hyatt properties. So we're quite proud of our awards that we've been presented. We were just recently given the Travi Award for the best resort in Mexico. So from me to you, I thank you for service for my
Thank you.
Any questions that I'll have?
Why is the Royal in Playa not the Hyatt?
Because Hyatt Corporation built a Hyatt right next door to it. There's a Grand Hyatt right next door to our Royal. It's not all inclusive, it's EP. Unfortunately, I think it's a little challenging for them because people that go to Mexico expect all inclusive. When you're paying EP, the prices are quite high. So it's a bit challenging. I've heard bits and pieces that things may change. I'm not at liberty to say what they may change to. We do have 3 new builds going on in Dominican Republic right now. In Cap Cana, you will find a Hyatt Ziva, a Hyatt Solara, as well as a Panama Jack. Due to open in 2019 is our targeted date for opening of that. We are constantly adding new properties. As you saw, our resorts are filling up. We need new resorts. The concept has been very well received. We just went public in March. So if anyone is looking for some stock tip, we went public in March. I don't have any stock yet. We have this, I think 90 days you have to wait after a company goes public for you to get your stock options. They sent us don't record this. They sent us a 40-page document on insider trading and all. I was just teasing. On insider trading, I looked and I went, 40 pages, really? I'm sitting there thinking, okay, so does that mean when I told my friends and family that we're going public that I probably should have done that because that's insider trading? But I'll just play stupid. So if any of you have bookings or if you made bookings with us, you made a booking, did you register? I think you registered, yes. You do get paid within 30 days after travel. If you have any bookings that you may have made before you knew about our Agent Cash program, let me know. I can send them off to Agent Cash. A lot of times they will appease me and go ahead and register the bookings. Usually we like to have them register within 60 days. You don't have to wait until the booking is paid in full to register them. You can register once you have a confirmation number. If you are booking through a wholesaler, which I highly encourage you to do, such as All About, you are going to earn more commission than if you book direct. You're in this to make money. Give it about a week for it to populate from the wholesaler's website over to our portal, because sometimes it takes a while for them to pull out the booking from our system into their system before you register it. If you do register before it's been pulled over, you'll get an error message that says, please send a copy of your booking, which you can do to Agent Cash, and they'll register for you there too. So that is basically my presentation. I hope you learned something.
Will the Grand Portos be named?
Yes, it'll be named Panama Jack, Cancun, and Panama Jack, Playa del Carmen.
Okay.
That's what the new names are going to be.